All right, it is March 8th, a Tuesday, and the market open. We can see here we got our nice after hours dump where we could have closed any short positions. Would have been a great time to do that. And but so that's why I like to have good till cancel extended hours orders open. And if we look here with the market open, man, we got this zigzaggy going on here where it's kind of like this. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. So, like I said before, we're at this inflection point here, and market is kind of figuring out which direction it wants to go. I mean, some people are thinking, oh, okay, this is kind of a low risk point. I'm going to buy right here. And, it's down 12%. Maybe we could toe dip in. So that's giving it a little bit of support, but then there's still a lot of panic from yesterday. And it's battling out, trying to figure out which way that wants to go, whether the Bulls or the Bears are going to win. So what are some of the likely things that could happen? I don't like having a position either way in this way. I'm a little bit bearish biased, but I don't really know. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in that. If I was able to short it yesterday, which I couldn't for personal reasons, I would, and I did a paper trade, short 425, and then I covered the paper trade like in the morning hours. But yeah, so to trade this, I stay out because I don't really know for sure. Even though I'm a little bit bearish biased over the long term, I think it's going to go down further because we have this crossover of the moving averages. Oh, that's starting to look a little bit more bearish. See how it's bouncing ball? It's losing momentum right there. All right, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a short now. I'm gonna gamble this. I'm gonna short this fucker. And fuck, that was fast. It's gonna fall. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit chase there. And see, it's pushing down, but it's not quite making it. Don't really like this. If it comes above this hump, though, that trade's no good. Let's see here. I want short 30 shares. So we have a negative 30 share position here. Yeah, it's pushing the lows of the day. And I'm going to take my eye off of it so I don't have the anxiety. But let's see, what sort of target are we trying to get to? Let's see if we could make it to the after hours low here, about 415.68. At that point, we will cover half of the position. It might happen really quickly. Shares, we're going to cover half if it gets down there. In fact, I might cover this whole thing because it's not collapsing like I thought it would. Although there we go, it's starting to move. We're coming down. All right, it's trending lower now. There we go. There we go. It's fun to watch. Let's see it collapse through the 416s. Oh, there we go. Drops, falling. The panic setting in. Push lower, push lower. Let's see, gold hit. Oh man, gold. My gold is doing really good. Oh, we were in the 416s. Might get a little bit of relief there. Let's see if it starts coming above this candle again. That's a big candle. It's quite a battle, though. Let's see, what's the volume like on this candle? See, that was a pretty big volume down candle. This candle's growing too, a 5-minute candle, so we got 2 minutes left on that candle. Got the volume starting to pour in. I feel better when we cover like half the thing. Man, I just wish I just went for that darn short yesterday. Okay, pushing lower, push it, push through the 4/16. Oh, there it goes. Dropping. Okay. This candle's going to overlap probably. It's probably going to bounce up to the 4/17 before going back further. But yeah, we have that. I mean, it was really down here, 414. I think it could get down there again, where it was last overnight. Come on, hit my little price target. If it slid off of a cliff like that, ah shit, it's kind of basing. Maybe I should do that cover right here. Yeah, I'll do the cover right here. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Fuck. It's pretty wild right now. There we go. All right, so we got a little bit of leeway here. Yeah. We would have been $60 up total. Now we're just gonna end up at best 45 on that trade, but I think it could dip further. So now, okay, so now we're in good shape because if it comes back up here, we could break even. So we're just going to write it down to the 415 and see what it looks like when it gets down to there. All right, that was a pretty good read on the tape. Look, it's bouncing right there. I could cover the rest of my position, or I could hold on. I mean, that's why I took that little small profit there at 416.76. You know, at that level, I mean, it was good enough. Wasn't it what I was hoping for, but I wasn't really sure if it would dip farther than that. And look, it's kind of bouncing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to rebase on the long side. Yeah, shit. Fucking cover that. There, we're out. See, it's holding up here too strong. There's not a lot of panic. What I'm think is could happen and is likely to happen. Oh man, look, it just touched the target that I had. I called that target just right. Look at that. But it just touched it and didn't quite make it. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to kind of recover a little bit, and then if it starts to look weak and starts to fall again, then I could go short again. But look, we're up on the day by a small amount, and then we could take another gamble. All right, so here is here it came up to what was yesterday's low of day and yesterday's close. Got rejected here, which is a common thing. This the previous day's close is an inflection point, and I have less certainty about what's going on here. So this rejection was kind of predictable right here. I could have set a limit order to go short here again, in which case I'd be up a little bit, but what it could do is it could start a base here, and then just kind of the buyers could start accumulate, gain confidence, and then it could push right through, turn green, and then we have another update. In which case, I think it's possible that we could see it go up here to 428, which was up close to that hump over there, and that is a pretty good likely scenario of how the rest of the week will play out. Because look at these how it's got the dip, push up, dip, push up, dip, and then it could push up. If it gets over this 441 hump on the longer chart, that would be interesting. That would mean a trend reversal, and then the market might be kind of on its way back, and I start to think, okay, maybe the fears are starting to go away, the Fed's jumping in or whatever. But right now I've got a little bit too much uncertainty to really feel confident in what I'm going to trade, so I'm just going to sit this one out now and sit back and watch. All right, see what I tell you. All right, see what I tell you. It got the rejection at the red to green line. I call this the red to green line. And then it kind of dipped a little bit farther down, but there's a lot of indecision right now. I'm kind of leaning towards bearish, but this could go either way. After the afternoon, it could turn around, and then it could hold up. We could end up green for the day. I don't know what's going to happen, but right now it's looking kind of weak. Let's back this out a little bit. Yeah, when you see this, that's a lot of indecision and a lot of like bears fighting the bulls here. There's not a clear pattern. Whereas like yesterday, we had a lot of 1,000 down ticks. Like starting here, right here, like my alerts were going dun 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 dun. I haven't played the Mozart thing. Every time the tick gets to negative 1,000. And look, the tick is only at negative 394, so there's still a lot of outflows right now. The market's mostly down, but I mean, it's not like down like panic selling. We're seeing positive ticks there, but it's not like the algorithms are like sell everything, and then we get this constant down pressure throughout the day. This was like a really good day to be short. You have nice, consistent, smooth move, but this, it's kind of battling it out. What could happen is, I mean, I actually don't think, I think 415 might hold for today. It might go a little bit lower, but it could be back. I think this chart might be all over the place. So yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, it could have based here, gone red to green, or it could have rejected, dropped down, but it dropped down and bounced back, and then now it's going to bounce. It's probably going to drop a little bit before it has a little bit more support, and then who knows? It's going to go either way, or no place. It's hard to tell what the rest of the trading day is going to be like. See what I tell you? Red to green day, ain't it? The bears failed to push it down, and you know how I knew that? We didn't have the negative 1,000 ticks like we did yesterday. When you get that negative 1,000 tick, that's when you get the panic. Let's take a look at the tick right now. Oh, look at that. See? Yesterday it kind of trended a lot lower. You didn't see anything really above the 800. There were no positive upticks. But look, we're almost at a 1,000 positive tick. So, yeah, looks like the bears are fighting. I mean, the bulls are fighting back pretty hard, buying the dip. All right, here we got a hard reversal now of that uptrend that was going. We had a lot of 1,000 ticks, like about 5 or 6 of them that occurred on this upswing here. Oh, damn it. It's not even triggering my order. I'm waiting for it to get a little bit of a relief here for my little short. But yeah, Biden announced the cutoff. I think it just occurred. It did occur earlier. Yeah, it happened 20 minutes ago. Here's what the news event is. Biden bans Russian oil. And let's see, that probably spiked crude quite a bit. Banned all Russian oil. Oh my God. Market's not going to like this. Yeah, this is going to crush everything. So I'm just doing a small position there. Oh yeah, huge oil spike. The markets are reacting to that. I just heard the negative downtick here. Man, that is a hard. You get a reversal day like this. Yikes. So let's see. Probably right here is an area that I start to be concerned about this trade. But I'm going to try to ride this all the way down to like 420 again. I could be confident that it hits that, which is yesterday's low day. And then we'll see. But I mean, this is hard. This is a panic sell-off here. In fact, I'm surprised the volume isn't a little bit higher than that. Yeah. Oof. Actually, I'm going to move this down just a little bit. If it starts basing here, it may not be as bad as it looks, but I think it's as bad as it looks. We'll see. By the way, I just want to say that I missed the whole red to green play that was right here. This would have been a really good one. You could have gotten like close to, how much percent is that? It went up to like 427. Yeah, at that red to green line, you could have gotten 1.5% gain. Boom, right there. And I didn't take it. I didn't want to chase it. So yeah, I missed that one. But look, we got another setup here. I think it's going to fall below the VWAP line. We'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on it. See, I'll set an alert for, we'll give it like a half an hour or so. All right, this chart's approaching my target, so I'm just going to put the order in and hope it gets triggered. I mean, this was just a scalp, right? There. That's a good point on the chart. Because I don't know what's gonna happen when it hits that red to green line again. It's probably gonna end up down, but I just don't have the risk appetite for that right now. I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun with this trade. Oh, that's weird. I thought I hit it at higher. I'm only going to get that much. Man, that's just such a small scalp. Whatever. I'll take it. It's better than anything in bread. Come on, get to my 420. Get to 420. Hit that VWAP line. Come on, go for it, go for it, go for it. See, it's like leveling off here. I don't like that. I don't like these three candles being steady and no movement. I mean, it could dump right away, but it could bounce. Okay, let's get the fuck out of this thing. They're not gonna be pigs. Hey, look at that. Okay, so I got nervous at this action here, but that it looks like it was just bear flagging. So yeah, that was some flagging action. I couldn't tell if it was a flag or a bounce, but I mean, most likely it wasn't a bounce. So we got a distinct change in trend here with all the red candles. But anyway, I feel good about getting out. It was a small trade, just a scalp. But I mean, this is kind of crazy. Who knows what could happen? We're at a really weird indecision point here. Market's probably going to go sideways, and I'm comfortable making like really small calls here. But I don't know. I don't see a trend either way. If anything, I think there could be a trend down, but it could bounce up before it goes down. Who knows what could happen? All right, so here's the end of the day recap. I thought about trading this, but I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like taking on the risk. I would have gone short here, but that probably wouldn't have worked out for me because look, there was a little bit of, I don't know, I don't know if you call this a short squeeze or not, but failed to push below the low of day. Or I mean the close from yesterday to the red area, the red green area is what I call it. Failed to push below the red green area, and made a little bit of recovery. I know there were a few 1,000 upticks here, and then towards the end of the day we started getting 1,000 downticks again, and then it went negative for the day. Yeah, this is really bearish having this type of a reversal. It's bearish for the overall trend. I wouldn't be surprised if this 410 level breaks down now on the SPY. But as far as when it breaks down, I'm not really sure. It could probably bounce a little bit in the next few days, but I really have the feeling that unless some positive news comes out about the whole Russia thing and we get the markets have more certainty, either the Fed says that they're going to do something, either Biden said he's going to do something about fixing the gas price issue and the lack of oil supplies. If that doesn't happen, then the market's going to go down. Or unless the war in Ukraine comes to some sort of a peaceful resolution, I don't think the markets are going to like this uncertainty at all. We got those clouds over it, and yeah, I think that's just going to scare away all the buyers. So when that happens, the next level of interest I think would be here. What used to be the breakout area from the 2020 down area. Well, yeah, see, you had that little candle there where it tried to break out in 11.9. Wow, that would have been a pretty good year to trade. Yeah, we got a massive bull market here. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 358 again. Let's see how low that is. 358 divided by the high of 479. We're talking about a 25% drop in the markets, which isn't that unrealistic, especially given the amount of severity that of what's going on right now. So here, looking at the crude, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it looks like we had an inverse correlation between the price of crude and the SPY. Yeah, so it's trading inverse, and if that's true, I think crude still has a way to run. Some analysts are saying, damn, it's probably not going to stop at $200 a barrel. Oh my God, that's like what, like 60-70%? Yeah, probably about 50% away. That is frightening. What that's going to do. That's just going to destroy all sorts of businesses. Yeah, I think if crude starts coming up there, we're probably going to see a really nasty stock market, like the nastiest we've seen it since 2008, or maybe even worse. Let's take a look at how my gold did. And this is just powering right through. I took a little bit of profits at 190, but I think it's got a lot of room to run here. We got that cup and handle formation. We're probably going to see it easily go up to about 271 GLD, which I don't know. On the futures, oh yeah, I think gold easily makes it to $2,700 an ounce, especially with the dollar falling apart. You know, if the dollar loses its status as a reserve currency, I wonder what will replace it. Could it be Chinese yen? I don't know. Anyway, that's my day trading action for today, and we'll see what happens to the market.